Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Steelers sign ex-Patriots quarterback Trace McSorley ahead of Thursday night matchup. With starter Kenny Pickett out for the foreseeable future due to an ankle injury suffered on Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers are heading into Week 14 facing questions at the quarterback position. As a result, they decided to bolster their depth for the upcoming Thursday night game against the New England Patriots by signing an ex-Patriots QB. Trace McSorley, who spent the summer in New England, was added to the practice squad to offer depth behind new starting quarterback Mitchell Trubisky and his backup, Mason Rudolph. A sixth-round draft pick by the Baltimore Ravens in 2019, McSorley joined the Patriots in April via a stint with the Arizona Cardinals. He went on to spend 4 months with the organization, appearing in 2 of its 3 preseason games. McSorley played only 14 offensive snaps, however, and went just 1 of 4 as a passer for 4 yards with 2 sacks. He eventually was released ahead of roster cutdowns, and after a brief stint on the Chicago practice squad has now found his way to Pittsburgh. The Patriots and Steelers will meet at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh on Thursday for an 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. Tim Benz, Kenny Pickett's latest injury shows how rough QB life may get in Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett's latest injury, on top of his overall lack of progress this year, is starting to make people wonder if the Steelers got it wrong in their first attempt to replace future Hall of Fame quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. The fact that Pickett is being replaced by Mitch Trubisky is a reminder that they may have actually gotten it wrong twice. Come to think of it, the fact that Mason Rudolph is going to be the second stringer Sunday is another reminder that they might already be 0-3. It might be too soon to label Pickett a bust, but if he's going to be a late bloomer, he better start blossoming the minute that ankle allows him to start playing again. Despite Mike Tomlin's insistence that his surgery isn't season-ending, Pickett is unlikely to be at full strength for very long before the regular season ends. And, given the club's horrifying performance against Arizona on Sunday, their playoff hopes are very much in doubt with Trubisky likely to start at least half of the remaining games on the schedule. That's not going to give Pickett much time in the post-Matt Canada offense to give himself a boost heading into his 3rd season. That's a year that'll probably feature a new full-time coordinator, whether that's Eddie Faulkner, Mike Sullivan, or someone outside the organization. It's also a season that will end with the franchise needing to make a decision as to whether or not it'll pick up his 5th-year option, ostensibly a move that'll determine his long-term fate with the team. And maybe in the NFL. In the meantime, the organization has to turn to Trubisky. Let's not forget he was Plan A after Roethlisberger's retirement. He was their first target. Their first perceived solution. At least for a few years. He was signed as a free agent well before the team knew that it would definitely be able to draft a quarterback of its liking 6 weeks later. Remember all that happy talk about how shrewd of a signing Trubisky was going to be? How the Steelers were going to fix him after those dumb Chicago Bears screwed him up? How he had matured and learned so much backing up Josh Allen in Buffalo. How his movement and athleticism were going to unlock the Canada offense that was hamstrung by Roethlisberger's lack of mobility in 2021? I sure do. I doubted it all even before the signing happened, and then again after it happened. Will the Steelers fire Mike Tomlin? Years of success can't stop critics from searching for something different. If you think about it, the most amazing aspect of Mike Tomlin's career as Steelers head coach might be the fact the team has retained him despite his 0-68 record in regular season games since the team appeared in its most recent Super Bowl. Now, you might want to dispute those numbers, but I pay a lot of attention to the reaction in the Pittsburgh community to each Steelers game, and it's become exceedingly obvious only the losses count. After the most recent defeat, a dismal 24-10 acquiescence Sunday to the last-place Arizona Cardinals, 3, at least, local sports talk hosts presented the case for his dismissal after his 17th season, with still no actual losing seasons recorded to date. Instead of acknowledging this for the astonishing achievement it is, especially given the Steelers had to replace quarterback Ben Roethlisberger after 2 games in 2019 and for good after the 2021 season, it's become common to hear this record dismissed as some sort of novelty. Seriously. As if the job of a pro football coach were not to win games. Tomlin has done that better than most since being the Steelers' surprise hire in advance of the 2007 season. The poorest record of any Tomlin team has been 8-8, which happened in 2013 as the Super Bowl-level defense began to age, and again in the 2019 season in which they had to get by with the combination of Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges at quarterback. Rudolph, only 4 years later, has been relegated to the third spot on the Steelers' depth chart at quarterback. Hodges since has been promoted to the position of Lainey Wilson's boyfriend. An ordinary coach, or a poor one, does not go 8-8 with those guys. They were not eliminated from the playoff race until the final day of the regular season. When the 49ers' terrific Kyle Shanahan lost starting quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo in 2020, they finished 6-10 and last in their division. Certainly Tomlin is not above criticism. It was his decision to elevate Matt Canada from a slightly underqualified quarterbacks coach to a wholly unqualified offensive coordinator in advance of the 2021 season. As a college OC with more than 10 years' experience, Canada produced only 2 teams that finished among the top 35 NCAA FBS teams in scoring. 3 of his teams finished outside the top 80, and the average for his teams was 57th. Nothing about that indicated he was worthy of one of the 32 top jobs in that discipline. It would be like hiring someone as chief operating officer of a Fortune 500 company after they struggled to keep a McDonald's franchise cooking. Perhaps even more egregious was retaining Canada after the 2022 season, when the team finished 23rd in total offense and 26th in scoring. It was done, quite obviously, in the belief a change in offensive coordinators would have a diminishing effect on starting quarterback Kenny Pickett after he'd just completed his rookie year. And you fan, what do you think of the Mike Tomlin situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.